regenerates, and he impales Goku through the chest with it.
Boy! Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
The Earth settles after Goku's sudden power-up. He emerges in perfected Ultra Instinct. Meanwhile, Merus receives information from the Galactic Patrol regarding Moro's impending arrival on Earth and relays the news to Goku. Given Goku and Merus' location, they're granted a 6-month window to train. Ready to resume their training, Goku notices that he's never seen Merus eat before. Merus explains that it makes no difference to him, which triggers Goku's recollection of Whis mentioning something similar in the past.
Right, I forgot.
Yeah, 3 days.
In the chamber or whatever?
Yeah, 1 day in the outside world, 3 days in the chamber.
That's right.
So if you do 3 days times 180.
2 months on Earth would make it 6 months there, essentially.
Huh?
They said 2 months on Earth for Moro coming would be 6 months there then.
Yeah, because they got 3 months.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. Yes, they got 6 months. Yeah.
Continue their training, and at the same time, at Zeno's palace, Whis uses his staff to monitor Goku and Merus. The Grand Priest joins him, and Whis apologizes for the disruption in his universe. He informs the Grand Priest that he's there to discuss the matters related to their angel laws, and the Grand Priest correctly deduces that his son refers to the situation with Merus. The Grand Priest informs Whis about his decision regarding Merus, the angel trainee he'd sent to Universe 7 to gain a broader perspective on the mortal world. Despite the rule that angels must remain impartial, though, Merus joined the Galactic Patrol and developed a strong sense of right and wrong. The Grand Priest has decided it's time to recall Merus, but Whis requests permission to handle Merus in his own way. Whis reminds his father that Merus had only used mortal weapons in battle and was training Goku, similar to what Whis himself has done in the past. The Grand Priest
he wasn't doing
ultimately
anything wrong,
accepts Whis' proposal, but urges him to keep a close eye on Merus as he doesn't wish to lose an angel. On planet Yardrat.
Yeah, so...
he's too afraid that he could lose him in this battle. That's why he
not losing them. So angels has to be impartial, so they can't use their full powers.
To fight in, like, one side or another.
Yeah, they can't do that. Makes sense. When Whis was training Goku and Vegeta...
It was like he was taking a side?
Huh?
It was kind of like he was taking a side?
But no, when he was training them, he wasn't using his full-out angel powers. He was using, like, weapons, like his staff... to train with them and fight, you know what I'm saying? They can't go all out and stuff. It's just against the angel laws to do that. But at the end of the day, that's the reason why Merus is so strong. He's an angel.
Yeah, no, it makes sense now.
So it's actually Whis' brother.
Right.
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy to think about that. So yeah, so like when you first start watching it, it's like, how's this dude so strong? He's like hella strong. That's the reason why.
Well, Goku knew there was something there.
Yeah.
He was suspecting something.
Yeah, especially Vegeta. Vegeta definitely suspected something.
Oh, right, yeah.
To establish contact with Galactic Patrol HQ. Suddenly, he becomes aware of one of Moro's spaceships arriving to scout the planet for a potential energy source. Meanwhile, Vegeta continues his training under the guidance of Elder Pibara. By this time, Vegeta has honed his spirit to a greater extent than Goku did, and when Pibara heals Vegeta's injuries, he expresses a desire to learn such a technique. However, Pibara explains that it's too advanced for him at the moment and suggests focusing on learning a more basic technique, instant transmission. Suddenly, an explosion occurs in the distance. Iriko flies in and alerts Vegeta about Saganbo's men arriving, and Vegeta prepares to rush back to the city, although he's warned by Pibara to be mindful about how he wields his power as he's still in training. Confused, Vegeta takes off to a nearby city on Yardrat, encountering Yuzin and 2 other henchmen. Yuzin berates Vegeta and attempts to contact Moro, but Vegeta surprises everyone by unleashing a remarkably powerful blast from his fingertip by mistake, hitting Yuzin head on. Pibara arrives and tells Vegeta to stop wrecking his planet, but then reveals that the Saiyan's newfound strength is a result of his balanced body and spirit, which he achieved during his training. Yuzin orders his comrades to attack Vegeta, but Vegeta easily defeats them. Infuriated, Yuzin then transforms into a more formidable, monstrous form.
So is his character named Zorban back in
Frieza Saga? And dominates the battle. Securing victory, Vegeta tells Yuzin to surrender and return to the galactic prison. Otherwise, he'll have to kill him. Yuzin, however, refuses, telling Vegeta that he'll soon be sorry, as Moro's next target is a planet called Earth. This shocks Vegeta, and Yuzin taunts him as his henchmen stealthily prepare their getaway. Yuzin tries to make a hasty escape in his spaceship, but before Vegeta can shoot it down, a deflected and hardened building from their earlier battle returns and destroys Yuzin's spaceship, killing him and his comrades. With his enhanced senses, Vegeta can sense that Earth hasn't been invaded yet. However, with time running short, short, he tells Pabara to teach him a technique that can be used against Moro, and Pabara agrees. Meanwhile, Moro senses Vegeta's energy on Yardrat and comments on how much stronger he's become. During the next 2 months, Moro continues his planet-devouring rampage across Universe 7, while Goku and Vegeta make significant progress in their training. As the deadline approaches,
Moro noticed Vegeta got a lot more powerful.
Yeah, he
one
can sense
final
it.
sparring session before returning to Earth. They decide not to hold back and begin powering up, but suddenly find themselves outside with Whis nearby. Goku is surprised to learn that Merus is Whis' younger brother and an angel, and Whis scolds Merus for his plan to use his full strength in battle and travel to Earth to confront Moro. Goku questions what would happen if an angel fought, and Whis explains that angels who violate their code are erased from existence without a trace.
Gone.
Informs Merus that his
like
time in the mortal realm is over, and
That's
with
why
a tap
Merus,
on his staff, reveals Merus' angelic clothing and halo. Merus apologizes to Goku for not being able to see the task to the end, but expresses confidence in his ability to defeat Moro. Merus and Whis
So he's
then
an angel in
depart for the
training.
angel world,
You know what I'm saying?
Merus is basically, yeah.
But he was finna go all out to battle Goku.
He was going to,
yeah.
but he would have, like, that would have been like a death sentence for him.
Yeah,
then, literally.
Yeah, it would have been. That's why we hear up and got
Thank
that.
gosh.
So, nah, bro, you can't do that.
Thank goodness he stopped him.
If you do that, you won't get eradicated according to our laws and stuff. And that's why the Grand Priest told told Whis, look,
he
man,
wanted to pull him out now.
I don't want to lose another angel. You know, so yeah, it's crazy.
But at least he got to train Goku, which hopefully helps.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he definitely trained him. Goku definitely got more powerful.
Left alone, Goku realizes he needs to return to Earth, but finds himself with a galactic patrol ship that he has no idea how to operate. Meanwhile, Jocko,
like by
accompanied
himself.
by several other members of the Galactic Patrol, arrive on Earth in anticipation for Moro's impending attack. They join Gohan, Piccolo, Krillin, Tien, Yamcha,
The whole
Chaozu,
crew there.
and Master
Right.
Roshi.
Even
Yamcha is
Yamcha.
eager for a
But,
chance
like, I don't
to
even
shine.
know that any of
Chaozu
them
is
can
uneasy
really
due
hold
to
up
his long
against
absence
him,
from
even
combat,
together.
and Krillin inquires about the whereabouts of Goku and Vegeta. Jocko informs Krillin that he's alerted Goku, but has no information on Vegeta's location, confident that both will arrive eventually. At the lookout, Boo is returned to Earth by another Galactic Patrol member, and suddenly, Dende and Mr. Popo spot Saganbo's spaceship entering Earth's atmosphere. Multiple smaller ships emerge from the main vessel and disperse across Earth, opening fire on high-value structures. The pilots disembark from their aircraft with intentions on claiming the treasures within these structures for themselves, and the Earthlings attempt to defend themselves. Recognizing the situation, Master Roshi proposes that the group split up, while Gohan and Piccolo deal with the main threat. Krillin and Master Roshi come across Yunba first.
I like how all the
Z
fighters got the
Krillin
galactic
launches an
controls
attack,
like
but Yunba
symbol.
blocks it and recognizes him. Krillin
Like they
asserts that he's
recognize
trained for 2 months to prepare, and Yunba prepares to settle things as a trio of female convicts accompanying him, who Master Roshi notices, decides to target other locations on Earth to incite
Roshi,
chaos.
man, he loves
Krillin
women.
attempts to warn Master Roshi about Yunba's deceptive speed, but Master Roshi is more interested in the women and pursues them instead. Leaving Krillin dumbfounded, Yunba takes the opportunity to land a powerful blow to his face, sending him crashing into a nearby structure. Meanwhile, Gohan and Piccolo face Shimareka, who's joined by 7-3. 7-3, camouflaged,
Got
suddenly
both of
appears
them, both of their
behind them and
powers.
grabs both Gohan and
Both their
Piccolo by their
abilities.
necks, copying their abilities. Jocko reprimands Gohan and Piccolo for letting their guard down,
You
and
idiot, drop
Shimareka
your guard
taunts them,
again.
claiming their training was in vain. 7-3 fires a special beam cannon, but Gohan creates an energy shield to block it. Piccolo powers up and fires a special beam cannon of his own at 7-3, overpowering his enemy's blast and catching the attention of the Z fighters across the globe as he severely damages 7-3's upper body and left arm. 7-3 regenerates using Piccolo's abilities, but Gohan and Piccolo don't seem worried as they were ready for their abilities to be copied. Believing the two to be bluffing, Shimareka advises 7-3 to switch to Gohan's abilities.
They were
since
trying to
he's
get
the
like caught on
strongest
purpose.
between the two.
It seems like
7-3 then fires a volley of energy
They were
shots
trying-
at them.
they were trying to
Gohan
get him
uses
to,
Piccolo's energy shots as footholds to approach quickly and delivers a punch that sends 7-3 into the sea. Jocko commends their teamwork, acknowledging that 7-3 can't evade their combined attacks. Elsewhere, Yamcha engages 3 of Moro's henchmen in battle within a
That's
city
Yamcha,
and
one of
gains
the
the
fighters,
upper
it's
hand.
like
One
they
of
be
the
knowing him
henchmen is
bogus.
surprised because
Since the
Yamcha
beginning of
appeared
Dragonball
weak,
Super,
but Yamcha
like,
corrects him,
Now they're
asserting
trying to get him
himself
from
as one
Shine.
of the three strongest Earthlings. After a brief skirmish, Yamcha prevails and instructs the Galactic Patrol members to apprehend the defeated henchmen. He then senses more convicts and heads off as the Galactic Patrol follows. Back on the main battlefield, Gohan and Piccolo execute the Masenko Beam Cannon, a combination of the Masenko and Special Beam Cannon techniques, further damaging 7-3. However, it's not enough to defeat him.
Well, they did got a lot of
And now
7-3 to
Moro's
switch
gonna
to Moro's abilities to drain their energy, but to their surprise, androids 17 and 18 suddenly arrive.
Oh, I
18.
forgot about 17.
Yeah.
17 questions their enemy's strength and ponders if Piccolo really needs them, but Piccolo explains that 17 and 18 are the only ones who can finish the battle, as they don't have ki that
They don't
can
have
be
ki,
absorbed.
so they can't absorb
Aboard
I
his
was gonna
spaceship,
say that, they
Moro
can't just
berates
absorb
his
their
men
energy
for
'cause they're
failing to meet
androids,
even
maybe?
his lowest expectations of them. When Saganbo inquires about their next move, Moro assures him not to worry and announces his intention to personally handle the situation. Meanwhile, on planet Yardrat, Vegeta continues his training under Pibara's guidance. Pibara senses the disturbance in Earth's spirit, but Vegeta is intent to focus on mastering his new technique. Vegeta mentions that he still has time, as Moro hasn't entered the battle himself yet. And in another part of Universe 7, Goku stops on a planet to ask the locals for directions to Earth. Elsewhere in deep space, Frieza also sits in orbit with his crew, originally poised to set a course for Earth, but deciding to move on, as tangling with galactic prisoners right now would be troublesome for him. Back at the lookout, Moro finishes
I would think
configuring
I guess he doesn't really ever
Yeah,
wanna really
Frieza,
get
he
himself
don't want
in
that
the
work.
fight, does
He's like,
he?
nah, I ain't getting involved with that, man. Screw that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised he wouldn't try to befriend Moro just for the.
Nah, Frieza.
You don't think so?
No, Frieza's all for himself. He's not gonna be. Only way he'll be friends with you unless he's gonna use you for his
Well, that's
benefits.
what I'm saying, because he's so like strong that he'd use him for something. But.
Well, the problem is Moro's probably not a stupid villain. He's smart.
True,
He's not
yeah, I know.
like dumb enough to let Frieza like
Right,
outsmart him
take
and stuff.
advantage
So
of
he'll
him.
probably just for Moro, he'll probably look. I'm gonna suck this man energy out, and I'm gonna take his energy out. It's gonna make him more powerful.
Yeah.
Whereas Frieza's like,
Right.
Yeah.
He's not gonna put himself in that situation.
Yeah.
Predators linked to drones, providing Chi-Chi and the others with a view of the ongoing battles on the ground. Krillin remains engaged in his fight with Yunba, launching a Destructo Disc Hexa Blade, but Yunba deflects them with his extreme speed body rotation. Landing several strong blows, Yunba sends Krillin crashing to the ground. However, Krillin quickly recovers and resumes the attack, sending one of the discs hurtling back and narrowly cutting Yunba. In a clever move, Krillin uses his after-image technique to deceive Yunba with incoming Destructo Discs. He appears behind Yunba and unleashes a powerful Kamehameha that sends him crashing to the ground below, knocking him out and securing victory. The Galactic Patrol take charge, preparing to escort Yunba back to the Galactic
Well, they've been
prison.
able to get
Krillin
at
then
least
rushes
like
over
a
to
handful.
Master
Yeah.
Roshi, who is punched ferociously from the forest
They
and
put someone
lies on the
back
ground.
to prison.
Roshi
Yeah.
assures Krillin that he's alright, but shares a humorous incident about the convicts he's confronted, mentioning that they won't let him grope them before correcting himself, stating that his attacks won't land. The three female convicts, Misa, Iwaza, and Kikaza arrive, vowing to get revenge. Krillin notices that the convicts possess powerful energy, but suggests Roshi use the same power he displayed against Jiren during the Tournament of Power to defeat them. However, Roshi explains that he can't do it without a clear mind, humorously realizing that his mind is currently clouded with wicked thoughts. Elsewhere, Tien and Chaozu battle Koiter, but Tien's physical attacks prove ineffective due to Koiter's hard Metal Man exterior. Chaozu recalls Vegeta's strategy against Vegeta in the Universe 6 tournament and advises Tien to insult Koiter, surprising him. Struggling to come up with an insult, Koiter advances towards Tien. However, Chaozu distracts the Metal Man long enough to come up with an effective insult, leading him to collapse. Back in the other battle, Master Roshi wears a bandana to cover his eyes, allowing him to dodge the convicts'
Their mirror
attacks
universe, they got like
he urges the girls to abandon their
metal
evil
robot
ways
like
and
that.
return to the galactic prison, but they refuse and instead decide to employ their last resort,
He covered
fusion
his
into a
eyes.
larger, unattractive form.
Dang.
This form delivers a
What,
powerful
boy?
Well, now
blow,
he'll be able to
sending
fight.
both Krillin
Yeah.
and Roshi flying. Meanwhile, at the lookout, the group watches the battle, and Puar notices Yamcha struggling as well. Suddenly, Eska notices Saganbo's spaceship as it begins to descend to the ground.
Moro.
Android 18 continues to dominate Shimareka, while Android Android 17 comes close to defeating 7-3.
Yeah,
However,
17
Moro,
strong.
surprising the group with his presence, arrives to grab 7-3 by the head, chastising him for using
I
his
was gonna
abilities
say, I wonder if
too
he's just gonna
freely.
suck his
Moro
energy out.
instructs Shimareka to help him recover back at the spaceship, as he plans to use his power again at some point. The two take off. Saganbo joins Moro, and Piccolo and Gohan acknowledge Moro's immense power. With Goku and Vegeta missing, Gohan affirms their role in protecting Earth until they arrive. Moro, however, states he's in high spirits and explains that Earth is brimming with energy to steal, as he considers how to consume everyone. Saganbo volunteers to handle the Z-Fighters, dissatisfied with his crew's performance, and Moro agrees as long as he keeps them alive. Before entering the battle, Moro energizes Saganbo significantly with just a hint of his power, and his physique grows before everyone's eyes. At Moro's command, Saganbo rushes in, first attacking Android 17,
well, Moro gave him some of his energy.
When the others attempt to support 17, Saganbo easily dominates them, slamming Gohan and 17
That's how much energy
first.
Moro has.
Meanwhile, Tien and Chaozu, victorious over Koiter, encounter Yamcha, who's losing his battle against Zoyogi, revealed to be the staff officer of the Galactic Bandit Brigade. Krillin and Roshi hide from the fused female convict.
I guess they can't take him down.
Krillin decides to go down fighting, hoping
that
that
those
Goku will
women,
be
they
able to
just
notice
fuse
his
together.
last
That
burst
one
of
big
power.
person,
In space,
one big
Goku
fighter.
en route to Earth senses the ongoing battles, but is unable to lock onto anyone's energy as it's depleting by the second. However, Krillin unleashes a burst of energy, alerting Goku of his position on Earth as he uses instant transmission to teleport there. Goku swiftly defeats the overweight convict who is about to attack Krillin and apologizes for not arriving sooner.
Goku's
The
there now,
fusion of
so-
the three convicts dissolves, and Goku inquires where everyone else is.
Goku's
Krillin tells
intermediate.
Goku they're all fighting around the globe and explains he should check on them to see if they need help. Goku agrees, but before taking off, Krillin inquires if Goku is strong enough to defeat Moro now. Goku says he believes so, and when Krillin questions if he's worried about Moro's power, Goku reveals that he's actually thrilled. He then teleports to Tien, Yamcha, and
How is he gonna
Chaozu, who are
keep Moro
struggling
from
in the
taking
battle
his power when
against
he's fighting him?
Goku
Now, that's what I
swiftly
wanna know.
incapacitates Zoyogi with a gut punch,
What do you
and
think?
Yamcha and Tien
I don't know,
marvel at
honestly.
Goku's power. As the Galactic Patrol round up more of the defeated convicts, Yamcha informs Goku that Gohan and the others require his assistance. Goku then tosses Zoyogi off to Yamcha and teleports away once more. In the ongoing battle with the empowered Saganbo, only Gohan and Piccolo remain engaged, as androids 17, 18, and Jocko have retreated to the sidelines. Gohan and Piccolo combine their strength to fire a powerful blast at Saganbo, which Jocko believes will destroy the Earth if they continue. However, the attack proves ineffective, and Saganbo easily knocks Gohan and Piccolo aside with a single punch. 17 states Saganbo might be more than the group can handle, and as he advances toward a downed Gohan and Piccolo, Jocko questions Saganbo's loyalty to Moro. Saganbo explains that Moro saved the prisoners from the galactic prison and granted them power to ensure they would never be captured again. This prompts Jocko to insult Saganbo, stating that he's more pathetic than before, angering him. As Saganbo advances toward Jocko to end him, a presence appears and attacks Saganbo, much to the surprise of everyone on the battlefield. The relentless attacks on Saganbo ensue, followed by a devastating
Just
gut
with his
punch
super
that leaves
speed,
him
basically?
reeling. Moro watches from the distance, and suddenly, Gohan announces that his dad has made it at last, prompting Piccolo to
Goku's
say he
here.
can't see him or sense his energy.
So now he's,
Jocko
like,
cuts in,
invisible?
stating he in fact
Or he's just
is
moving
Goku,
so
as
fast?
he's moving
Okay.
at light speed, surprising
Gotcha.
Piccolo. Moro continues watching intently, realizing that the one called Son Goku has indeed arrived, and tells him to reveal himself. Goku then sends Saganbo flying
see him.
toward Moro, and Moro
Does Moro
swats
see
him
him, you
aside
think?
with a flick
Well,
of
yeah,
I
his
think he
finger.
senses
Goku
him, but I don't know if he
appears
sees
behind
him.
Moro,
You see him?
stating that
I
he'd
mean,
hope
you
to
gotta be
take
strong
him out
enough
just as
to
easily
see
as he
somebody
gets
else.
Saganbo.
Right.
And Moro recognizes Goku's significant increase in strength since their last encounter. However, Saganbo rises again, offering to continue fighting for his master, to which Moro signals for Goku to finish his fight. Goku teleports in front of Gohan and Piccolo and apologizes to Gohan for forcing him to fight again, although Gohan states he's the one who's sorry for being unable to protect the Earth. Goku instructs his son and Piccolo
keep
to
up
step
on your training,
aside and
Gohan.
let him handle Saganbo, and the two move to the sidelines. Goku then powers up to Super Saiyan Blue as Saganbo rushes toward him. Goku easily overpowers Saganbo and sends him crashing to the ground,
I
challenging
feel like
Moro as
Moro's
he
whole
believes the
point
battle
in
to
this
be over.
is that
However,
he wants to suck Goku's power while
Yeah.
he's doing this. So it's like, I would think Goku knows this, though.
Yeah, he definitely knows this. Maybe he feel like Moro is not doing it at the moment because he's letting his henchman
maybe.
fight. You know,
It
maybe
just feels like a trap.
yeah, it does. It does. But I mean, Goku's like he's taking a
I'm
chance.
hoping he has a plan.
Yeah.
again, this time appearing berserk and stronger than before, as Moro pumps him with more of his power. Goku demands Moro to stop, as Saganbo's body has hit its limit, and suddenly Saganbo charges at Goku again, although his attack is blocked by the Saiyan, who urges him to stop fighting. As Saganbo continues his assault,
you're right, was he just gonna like blow up with all this energy he doesn't know how to like control?
Super Saiyan Blue won't be enough to defeat him. As an added incentive, Moro continues pumping Saganbo with more energy, visibly damaging his body and angering Goku, who materializes behind Moro to attack, although his punches
Moro
still wants him to fight. Saganbo speaks to Moro to allow him the pleasure of defeating Goku, but before he can finish his sentence, his body fails on him and he collapses lifeless, as Moro mocks him for not being able to handle such a small portion of energy. Outraged by Saganbo's death, Goku vows to defeat Moro using the power he's gained and unveils his new technique,
Moro killing like,
because I don't think he's the kind of person who doesn't want like anybody to die.
Piccolo and Gohan watch in awe as Goku demonstrates he's able to activate Ultra Instinct Sign at will. Moro expresses his astonishment at a mortal mastering such a divine technique, and both Goku and Moro prepare for their impending battle. Goku unleashes a rapid flurry of punches with incredible force, creating air bursts that Moro tries to defend against. Moro retaliates by detonating the ground below Goku and firing small energy blasts as he takes off into the air. But Goku launches a close quarters assault with his fluid and agile movements. Moro appears to be on the edge following the relentless assault and swiftly employs his magic to briefly immobilize Goku, demonstrating one of his many techniques. He knocks the Saiyan toward a rock formation below, but Goku manages to break free of Moro's magic and teleports behind him. Meanwhile, on planet Yardrat, Vegeta senses the intensifying battle between Goku and Moro. As the battle escalates, with Moro emitting streams of lightning from his body to pursue Goku, Goku tells Gohan and Piccolo to step back. They inform him that they've already gathered the Earth's Dragon Balls to reverse the death and destruction caused by Moro, and they retreat to let Goku focus.
You better hide them.
Goku closes in on Moro, evading energy blasts along the way and charging up a Kamehameha. However, he suddenly redirects the attack, catching Moro off guard, as the other Moro was just an illusion. The two engage in a fierce aerial brawl, with Goku initially having the upper hand. Moro uses his magic to draw Goku closer, and Goku attempts to land swift mid-air blasts until he reaches Moro, where they exchange simultaneous blows to their midsections. Nearby, Gohan, Jocko, 17, and 18 observe the battle and discuss the apparent equality between Goku and Moro. Piccolo points out that Goku is faster, but notes that Moro has yet to utilize his energy-absorbing abilities.
That's what I was gonna say, like,
Moro attempts to absorb energy, but Goku's lightning-quick reflexes allow him to avoid it and land a grazing blow on
he can tell then
Moro realizes Goku's strategy, and Goku's friends become increasingly optimistic about his chances of winning as he gains the upper hand, pushing Moro back.
Goku doing it. He's doing it.
Yeah, but it's never gonna end that easily.
Continue to fish, while Whis and Merus watch the ongoing battle through the Angel Attendant staff. Whis commends Merus for Goku's improved performance due to his training, and he questions if Goku has mastered Ultra Instinct and whether he will attain the Silver Hair state. However, Merus remains cautious in his response. Back on Earth, after Moro employs another one of his magical abilities, he criticizes Goku for rushing the battle, stating that he's made a grave error. Moro reveals that he can tap into an enormous reservoir of energy he gained by consuming countless planets since their previous encounter on New Namek, and states that he'll happily devour Goku's energy once he's been defeated, confusing Goku. Moro calls Goku a fool and instantly powers up, surprising everyone as he'd been holding back his true power. The power that he now states has transcended the gods. Moro gains the upper hand over Goku and falls out of the Ultra Instinct state. Moro deduces that Goku avoided using the form for an extended period because he couldn't maintain it for long. Merus informs Whis that Goku only achieved the Ultra Instinct Sign state and never reached the Mastered state. Whis expresses disappointment as the Sign state is unstable and rapidly consumes energy. Merus stresses that the battle now hinges on Goku's ability to manage the energy drain and maintain the form as long as possible. Moro taunts Goku for his weakening state, and Goku acknowledges his limitations, but suggests that Moro must have been stalling for time as well, implying that Moro can't defeat him at full power. Goku then reactivates his Ultra Instinct Sign and readies himself for round 2. Both Goku and Moro make a bold decision to unleash their full power, causing their auras to clash with incredible intensity. In this intense struggle, Goku eventually gains the upper hand and pushes Moro back. Their battle transitions into close quarters combat combat with a flurry of ki blast exchange between them, followed by more intense attacks. Goku appears to gain an upper hand on Moro, landing a solid blow to his face along with a devastating assault that sends him hurtling to the ground. However, Moro rises, stating that he approached Goku too cautiously and that if this is the full extent of his power, there's no way he'll be defeated. As Merus and Whis observe the battle from Merus' planet, Merus expresses concerns about Moro's strength, stating that it once again exceeded his expectations. Whis explains that Goku likely sensed the same since his strategy for unleashing his full power was executed. Whis goes on to say that Saiyans are known to exhibit untold power when their backs are against the wall, and we cut to planet Yardrat, where Pabara commends Vegeta for quickly mastering his new technique. Vegeta requests to be teleported to Earth, but he learns that Yardratians are prohibited from using teleportation to travel off-world. Additionally, Pabara can't sense Goku's energy, prompting Vegeta to correctly deduce it's because Goku's using Ultra Instinct, a form only perceivable by gods.
Okay, so they can't see the energy of that.
Vegeta demands that he taught instant transmission, believing that he can master it swiftly. Back on Earth, the tide of the battle shifts significantly.
I know, he's had all this time though, and he's still not.
Well, he didn't want to learn that.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
At Goku's newfound power, but asserts that Goku has reached his limit. Refusing to yield, Goku strains to maintain his Ultra Instinct sign form, but Moro effortlessly incapacitates him. Merus is troubled by this outcome, while Beerus nonchalantly mentions his hunger to Whis. Whis interrupts the feed to Earth's battle, signaling his intention to leave and stating that Earth is beyond salvation. Merus is worried that Universe 7 will face destruction if Moro prevails, but Whis reminds him that only gods of destruction and supreme Kais are permitted to interfere, adhering to the natural order of the universe. Goku, now completely defeated and returned to his base form, is on the brink of energy depletion when androids 17 and 18 intervene. They declare that they don't have energy for Moro to absorb, and
they could hold him out for a little bit.
Possesses such advanced technology. Vegeta, in the midst of learning instant transmission, fails and materializes into a nearby garbage can and attempts again, this time realizing that Goku's spirit has suddenly appeared again and correctly assumes he's been defeated. To save time, Pabara offers to break his planet's rules to take Vegeta to Earth, but Vegeta declines his offer, opting to pull off the move himself. Pabara restores Vegeta's original battle gear, and as the Saiyan Prince focuses, he successfully performs instant transmission, landing back on Earth. Back at the battlefield, the android's efforts to confront Moro are futile, as they're unable to inflict
think about it.
Gohan questions Piccolo on if they should help, but Piccolo rejects it as it would expose them to having their energy absorbed, further empowering Moro. As Goku sits helpless and injured, Vegeta suddenly appears in front of him, surprising Goku to learn that Vegeta performed instant transmission. However, Vegeta clarifies that it was likely a one-time feat and that he has no intention of learning it further, having now acquired a superior technique.
Yeah, Vegeta, like, look, bro.
I did it once.
I did it once. I'm not gonna use your technique.
I'm not doing it.
You know what I'm saying? But I learned it quicker than you did. But hey, I ain't gonna use it.
Confident Vegeta then tells 17 and 18 to stop fighting and declares his intention to defeat Moro, who's pleased to see Vegeta has finally arrived.
We need that.
After a few insults and banter between the two, Vegeta states that Moro finally found someone stronger
I feel like
than
Goku
him,
and Vegeta probably need to fight
his
together.
Evolved Super Saiyan Blue form and charging forward. Vegeta delivers a powerful punch that sends Moro skidding backward, his face contorted in pain. However, Moro quickly regains his composure, acknowledging Vegeta's increased strength. Despite this, Moro maintains his confidence, believing that Vegeta is still no match for him. Undaunted, Vegeta charges forward again, launching a rapid series of blows. Piccolo admires Vegeta's enhanced power, but recognizes that he's still not as strong as Moro. Moro stops Vegeta's attacks and kicks him into a cliffside, but Vegeta swiftly returns to the fray, annoying Moro. Gohan wonders what's gotten into Vegeta, but Piccolo asserts that Vegeta's never been one to misread an opponent's strength, and that he must have some sort of plan. When Moro attempts to drain Vegeta's energy, Vegeta evades and counters with a backhand to the face, followed by a few kicks to the midsection. Feeling a bit overwhelmed,
he asked them to teach him something, but we don't know what.
Into the ground, gasping for breath, and soon notices that something's amiss. To everyone's surprise, Vegeta rises and gains the upper hand in battle, his strategy gradually overpowering Moro as bits of energy appear to be leaving his body. Goku discerns Vegeta's technique, and the Saiyan Prince identifies it as forced spirit fission. From a distance, Gohan wonders if Vegeta is becoming stronger, but Piccolo believes that
somehow
Moro is in fact growing weaker.
Yeah,
They
so how
observe
does he
Moro's
pull out the
leaving
energy?
his body and coalescing into a radiant sphere in the sky. After being dealt another powerful blow, Moro stands up.
Yeah, he's literally taking the energy out of
him. About what Vegeta has done to him. Vegeta explains that he's liberated all of the energy that Moro stole from the planets and their inhabitants, and with a simple gesture, Vegeta restores the energy to its rightful places, catching the attention of the onlookers at the lookout.
Is he able to like restore all those planets?
Piccolo and Gohan about force.
Yeah.
So he's like the superhero right now.
Yeah. So with the Force Spirit Fission, it pretty much takes the energy out of Moro and it returns it back to like people and the planets he took it from. So that's what he learned, from the Yardrats. So it definitely came in handy.
Yeah, that's a huge power to have against this kind of a fighter.
So it's actually making Moro more weaker now.
Right. So then you can actually fight him.
Yeah, because in the beginning, Moro was still technically stronger than Vegeta.
Right.
But since he got Force Spirit Fusion, it made him more weaker and stuff. So now Vegeta and Goku could both take him out really now.
Spirit fission, a technique that disentangles entities that fused or have absorbed power. While relentlessly pummeling Moro, Vegeta suggests that he could even use the technique on Piccolo to extract the Namekian's Kami and Nail he had previously fused with. Goku commends Vegeta on his ability to use the technique, and Vegeta confidently declares himself more talented than Goku and says that victory is his for this battle.
Of course he's gonna do that.
Yeah.
He's always trying to beat Goku in that sense.
So with that technique, like he said, because Piccolo is fused with Kami and Nail. He fused with Nail during the Frieza saga, then he fused with Kami during the Cell saga to make himself more powerful. So like let's say they was fighting a super strong opponent, Goku and Vegeta, and they need to fuse. Well, if that opponent had Force Spirit Fission, he can just separate Goku and Vegeta from fusing and stuff. So
that's interesting though, because they've did that. Goku and Vegeta did it in the past, and then they separated. But Piccolo never separated from their other ones.
You said what? Piccolo?
Right, like wait.
Well, Piccolo fuse is permanent.
Oh, okay, interesting.
I mean, unless he relinquishes himself, it's permanent. But Goku and Vegeta, it's because Goku and Vegeta use a different fusion technique.
Okay.
Theirs is like the Metamore, which is like 30 minutes. And then, when they do the dance, and then it's the Batara, which gives them an hour.
Okay.
And then, Piccolo got his own fusion, which is the Namekian fusion, where they can just combine together.
Okay.
But I think they can release themselves if they wanted to.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Moro attempts a lightning attack, but Vegeta continues to outmatch him, liberating more energy that he's stolen. Mid-battle, Vegeta expresses his disdain for fusion and absorption, as they don't reflect one's true strength. He admonishes Moro to fight using his intrinsic power, and kicks him away, mocking him as he stands injured.
He doesn't have power, I think, intrinsically, really.
Clarifies that Vegeta's actions will not resurrect the deceased inhabitants of the planets being restored, due to too much time having gone by. However, those with strong life forces will be revived. On New Namek, the Namekians previously drained by Moro's energy are brought back to life. At the lookout, Eska senses these events and believes that the Namekian Dragon Balls left behind have safeguarded the planet and its inhabitants from destruction. As Vegeta continues battling Moro, Piccolo expresses astonishment at Vegeta's transformation, not only in terms of his physical strength, but also as a person. Piccolo recalls Vegeta's history as a villain, including his role in invading Earth with Nappa and his past crimes under Frieza. He recognizes that Vegeta has evolved to the point where he now fights to save not only his home planet, but also the universe from Moro. Piccolo credits his transformation to Goku and adds that Vegeta has finally managed to surpass him. Goku vows to exceed Vegeta once more, and believing the battle to be
now the competition
over,
between them is going to continue.
Jocko prefers Moro to be captured or killed, prompting Jocko to opt for a swift execution.
Just take him out, bro.
Declares his intention to send Moro to hell, but Moro arrogantly proclaims he won't go there. Instead, he'll rule the galaxy for eternity. Despite his dwindling power, Moro asserts that he still possesses his magic.
He has some
distracts
secret
Vegeta
power
by generating a wave of the planet's energy from beneath him, exploiting the momentary surprise to take off into the air. Vegeta takes off in pursuit, but he arrives too late. Moro reaches Saganbo's spaceship ahead of him, where he promptly eliminates Shimareka without hesitation. Afterward, Moro seizes 7-3, having obtained a backup of himself within him. Vegeta, having Having reached the top of the spaceship, witnesses as Moro swallows 7-3 whole and then fires an attack to stop him, destroying Saganbo's spaceship with a massive explosion. When the smoke dissipates, Vegeta is shocked by what he sees. On the ground below, Goku observes that Moro's power has surged to unprecedented levels, while Vegeta crashes to the ground in his base form. Moro then lands in front of the group, displaying a new appearance that's part
now
Moro
he's like,
and part 7-3. Goku and Piccolo
and now he's like super powerful again.
Yep.
And Moro discloses that he not only had 7-3 replicate his magical abilities, but also his combat skills. This created a full backup of himself inside 7-3 that he could utilize at any time.
So now he's way more powerful. He has 7-3 abilities.
And part of his own, because he put that in 7-3.
Yeah,
basically.
So he used it as a backup plan, just in case. So which was smart, yeah. But now it's like, now you fighting an even more stronger Moro now.
Moro now possesses access to his unique capabilities, boasting that it's elevated his power to previously unimaginable heights. He then mockingly congratulates the Dragon Team for pushing him this far, before warning them to prepare for their imminent demise. Suddenly, Vegeta makes a triumphant return in his Super Saiyan Blue Evolved form, declaring to defeat Moro once again. As Vegeta charges ahead, Moro adeptly evades his attacks, stating how Vegeta can't use Force Spirit Fission without inflicting damage, something he won't allow to do it. Gohan and Piccolo attempt to inform Vegeta that Moro's newfound powers are temporary and will return to their original state in 30 minutes. However, Moro discloses that the power has returned to its source, negating any time limit. He then seizes Vegeta by the neck and copies his abilities. Moro pummels Vegeta and sends him crashing to the ground, feeling the effects of the assault. Moro then concludes with Vegeta's signature Big Bang attack to finish him off, creating a gigantic explosion and leaving Vegeta incapacitated in his base.
And he would also have Force Spirit.
The situation escalates
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he just took all of
their past reliance on the fusion dance and Patora fusion as a last resort. But he states that it's no longer viable now that Moro has acquired Force Spirit Fission.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll tell you earlier. So now, you know, Piccolo said, "Look, man, y'all confused," and that's not gonna work.
No,
you know what I'm saying? He'll just use Force Spirit Fusion, and we won't we'll get separated. You know what I'm saying?
Vegeta should have never let himself get like close enough to be like touched by Moro. Because then that's absorbed his powers.
I mean, if they didn't have Force Spirit Fission, then Goku and Vegeta could have just fused. Right. And they could have just easily wiped them out, a fused version of them, but...
Meanwhile, at the lookout, everyone observes the dire circumstances.
I mean, I guess they wait 30 minutes and then try
to use his healing powers to save everyone, despite
no
Bulma's frantic warning that his choice could destroy the Dragon Balls if he perishes. On the ground, Krillin rushes to the scene with a bag of Senzu beans, regretting not giving some to Goku earlier. Gohan and Piccolo launch a synchronized attack against Moro, but they're vastly outmatched. Piccolo manages to hold Moro in place, giving Gohan an opportunity to ensnare him.
So if they fuse together, they should be way more powerful enough
to avoid his punches. You're right. And like you said, it's only for a half hour.
Unleashes the instant Kamehameha, struggling to unleash its full impact as Moro effortlessly halts the blast. Goku continues the attack at full power, triggering a massive explosion that covers the battlefield. The smoke dissipates, and the group see that Goku's only managed to destroy Moro's left arm. To everyone's shock, Moro's arm swiftly regenerates and he impales Goku through the chest with it, demonstrating his access to Piccolo's regeneration through 7-3's previously copied abilities. As Goku falls to the ground, mortally wounded, Moro attempts to steal his energy, but Gohan snaps and attacks Moro, though he's unable to make him flinch before he's ferociously punched in the face.
No, but at least it distracted him maybe long
Moro
enough.
remarks on a Saiyan's ability to receive a power boost when enraged. Dende telepathically communicates his plan to Piccolo. However, Moro hears the conversation, halting his finishing blow to the barrier that prevents anyone from entering or escaping. Shortly after, Dende arrives, unable to assist in the final battle. Moro knocks away Piccolo and Jocko and swiftly takes down Android 17 and 18 with death beams. In a last-ditch effort, after apologizing to Jocko for roping him into Earth's battles, Piccolo prepares an all-or-nothing all-or-nothing light grenade using the barrier to his advantage. However, before he can unleash it, Moro hits him with a special beam cannon, incapacitating him. In the aftermath, Jocko stands alone as the only remaining fighter, while the rest of the team has been rendered immobile. As Dende apologizes to everyone for his inability to protect the Earth, he unexpectedly slips through a small breach in Moro's barrier, created by a guide angel that he immediately recognizes. Inside the barrier, Moro approaches Jocko, declaring his energy of little use and promising a swift death before killing everyone on Earth. A terrified Jocko fires his ray gun, but a second shot suddenly appears, causing a much larger explosion. As the smoke dissipates,
so one of the angels did come and interfere?
Realizes that someone else is interfering, and before Jocko's eyes, a confident
but he's not using his angel powers though.
Oh, he's using his weapon.
Jocko expresses relief at Merus' arrival, inquiring what took him so long. Jocko explains that Moro's gotten way too powerful for anyone to handle, but Merus clarifies that he's come to conclude Goku's training. Moro, inside the barrier, observes that the fallen Dragon Team members are no longer present, surmising that Merus has transported them to a safe and distant location. With a simple gesture, Moro dispels the barrier, and realizing he needs to buy time for Goku and his comrades, Merus engages Moro, using a pole as his weapon. Moro, unable to sense Merus' life energy as before, questions if he's some sort of deity. Merus,
because now he's an angel, so
presses on with his agile and reflexive attacks, keeping Moro on the defensive. Elsewhere, Dende stands over the gravely injured Dragon Team. He looks up and bows to Beerus and Whis for their help, who observe from above and decide to head to Bulma's for food. They notice Merus is absent, but see no harm in leaving him behind. Dende utilizes his healing abilities to mend Goku's severe chest wound, and the Saiyan regains consciousness.
That to me is almost like
Dende explains that Moro is
power.
Merus, and Goku recalls the warning that any angel who fights seriously will be erased from existence. In haste, Goku rushes to the battlefield to assist.
Stop him.
Merus and Moro continue their skirmish, with Moro starting to gain the upper hand. He senses that Merus is containing his true power and wonders why he's relying on a tool to fight. To Moro's surprise, Goku arrives at the battlefield, concerned about Merus sacrificing himself for their sake. He tells Merus to fall back and powers up to Ultra Instinct's sign, prompting Moro to wonder if Goku was healed by the Namekian he'd heard earlier. Goku decides to go on the offensive. However, he fails to land a single blow, as Whis at the same time tells Merus that he doubts Goku can make any headway against Moro using Ultra Instinct's sign. Consequently, Moro knocks Goku away with
this
ease,
is where he's got to figure out Ultra Instinct like permanently,
leading Moro to taunt Goku about using the same technique that failed him in the recent past. Merus states that a final push is needed to trigger Goku's mastery of Ultra Instinct, when suddenly Moro grabs Merus' neck, copying his abilities. However, Merus uses his angel staff to cut the villain's hand off before he can use them, intending to permanently disable Moro's power sealing abilities. Beerus and Whis detect Merus has begun using his angel powers, and Merus suggests turning around to try to stop him. While Merus confronts Moro again and uses his staff to destroy the crystals in Moro's palms, he shares his background with Goku. He explains that, despite being born as a neutral angel, he developed a sense of justice during his time in the Galactic Patrol. Seeing how the Galactic Patrol members strive to protect the galaxy despite being outmatched by ever more powerful criminals,
just sit
Merus
by,
concluded that peace is worth fighting for. As Merus begins to fade away, Goku urges him to stop, but he presses on, revealing the angelic halo around his neck as he intends to unleash his final attack. With one final charge towards Moro, Merus recalls his time in training with Goku and his words, believing in Goku's fascinating ideals to reform villains.
This is gonna get him to do it, Ultra Instinct Master.
I think that's gonna do it.
He's gonna want to save
Merus flies straight through it and lands a punch directly on the crystal on Moro's forehead, shattering it. As he crashes down to the ground below, Moro's power sealing abilities are now disabled, and Merus begins to disintegrate. Goku and Jocko look on with sadness as Merus tells Goku that achieving Ultra Instinct in his current level of strength will make him far more stable and unbeatable. Merus tells Goku to protect the galaxy he's grown to love and fades away. Beerus and Whis observe nearby, Whis expressing his thoughts over the loss of his younger brother, as Goku, torn by sorrow and anger over Merus' passing, summons newfound strength. While Goku attempts to console himself, he shares with Jocko an important lesson he learned from Merus, that he's not fighting alone. He recognizes that Merus' sacrifice was not only for his own benefit, but the universe as a whole. Goku questions Jocko on why he chose to join the Galactic Patrol, to which Jocko responds that it's because he wanted to uphold peace in the galaxy, and of course because the uniform looked cool. Goku, acknowledging his current role as a member of the Galactic Patrol, states that it's now his responsibility to protect the universe as well. Suddenly, Moro returns, but discovers that Merus is no longer present. Goku informs Moro of Merus' demise, and that it's his duty to defeat Moro once and for all. Declaring that Merus' will still lives within him, Goku taps into his inner power, sending a surge of energy into the sky as Gohan and Piccolo observe from a distance. Beerus comments on how well the transformation is going, and Whis states it's finally time for Goku's grand unveiling. As the Earth settles after Goku's sudden power-up, he emerges in perfected Ultra Instinct.
There it is,
With a slow stride, Goku steps forward,
think it'd be enough?
move eerie, leaving Moro in
I would think
in a frantic attempt, Moro attacks, but Goku effortlessly grabs his arm before he can execute the move, stating he won't be harming the Earth any longer. Goku demonstrates his newfound strength by effortlessly dodging and blocking all of Moro's attacks, prompting Beerus to state Goku's fine-tuning his moves as the battle continues, to which Whis agrees. Moro attempts another powerful attack on Goku, but the Saiyan effortlessly evades his reach, appearing on the other side of the battlefield, much to Moro's shock. Moro questions Goku on how he's able to dodge the way he is, to which Goku explains that his body is reacting instinctively, which is why Moro's attacks can't hit him. Furious and unwilling to believe what he considers nonsense, Moro unleashes his full power as Goku prepares for the next round. Moro charges at Goku, intent to kill. However, Goku uses a God Bind to halt Moro's advance before lifting him into the air. A moment of silence ensues, and Goku jumps toward Moro, landing a powerful punch to his abdomen that sends shockwaves across the entire planet. Moro is visibly distressed before the aftermath results in him being launched into the air as Goku gracefully touches down on the battlefield. Beerus praises Goku's abilities, likening his fighting style to that of a god, a rare display of respect that astonishes Whis. Moro crashes to the ground, severely wounded, and Goku tells him it's futile to resist any longer. Goku questions if Moro finally feels the torment he's shown to others for so long, but Moro dismisses his question, stating he doesn't fear the power of a god, and that he is and will always be the universe's supreme life form. Moro attempts to harness the energy as an offensive measure, but this also proves ineffective. Goku kicks him into an energy stream, severing one of Moro's arms in the process. Moro then tries to drain the Earth's energy for himself as a way to smite Goku, but before he can succeed, Goku strikes him hard in the stomach and sends him crashing into a rock nearby, causing a massive chunk to break away and pin Moro underneath. Lacking the energy to even move, Moro weakly pleads for mercy from Goku. Silent for a moment, Goku verifies with Jocko that Moro had previously received a death sentence, and with a simple gesture, removes his gi with the Galactic Patrol emblem, declaring that he'll now fight as an Earthling. This act alarms Beerus greatly, as he states he's got a bad feeling on what's about to happen. Over in the distance, Krillin arrives with a bag full of senzu beans, observing Goku's growing dominance over his opponent Moro. Goku destroys the boulder pinning Moro and challenges him to get up. He then disappears before Moro's eyes and reappears beside Krillin, taking the bag of senzu beans from him. Goku returns to face Moro and offers to spare his life, but only on the condition that he return to the Galactic Prison and vow not to escape again. Moro hastily accepts the offer, and Goku tosses him a senzu bean, explaining that it will instantly restore his stamina, much to the horror of Krillin and Jocko.
Well, probably because he knows, he wants to see if Moro will really live up to his word or not.
Tells him to leave once more with Jocko,
he's not, no, I think Goku knows he's not going
and launches an attack on Goku, attempting to pierce his chest.
I think Goku knew that.
However, Moro's arm shatters against Goku's body, causing him to cry out in pain. Whis comments on the sturdiness of Ultra Instinct when honed properly, and Beerus calls Goku an idiot, urging him to finish the job. Goku calls Moro a coward and asserts that he could never defeat him, reverting to his normal state.
I feel like he gave him a chance. Now he has reason to take him out.
To which Moro,
you think Goku was giving him a chance, see if he was going to attack him, or if he was going to go
not
back?
Someone who's just going to take somebody out for any reason. Like he has to have good cause.
Yeah.
So I think he gave him a second chance, and then at that point, it's like,
don't do it. Then
yeah.
admits that he hasn't, claiming that training is for the weak. Goku expresses his disappointment, wishing Moro had chosen to grow stronger through training rather than consuming planets and harming innocent lives. Suddenly, Jocko cuts in, urging Goku to hurry and finish off Moro, as he clearly has no intention of turning over a new leaf. However, Goku opts to talking to him a bit longer. Moro screams in frustration, shocked that he could be defeated by a tribe that emerged only a few million years ago. Goku then questions Moro's intentions on returning to prison, and when Moro defiantly vows to continue devouring planets, Goku reactivates perfected Ultra Instinct with the intention of finishing him off. When Moro inquires about Merus' ability to use the same technique, Goku confirms he was able to do so. Moro then notices his severed hand next to Goku and recalls grabbing Merus' neck before he disappeared. Moro then dons an evil smirk and summons his severed hand back to him, stating how soon his body will also move on instinct. Moro then reattaches his once severed hand, incorporating Merus' powers and abilities, transforming into an angelic form with his crystals now recovered on his body. As Jocko tells
now he has Merus powers now.
Yeah, I wish Goku had just destroyed that hand.
Yeah, so now it's going to be...
Well, now will the angels interfere because he's got, like... not really his angelic power, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't know.
Like, kind of fake.
I don't know if Whis would interfere because he's still supposed to be impartial, but yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, the situation's a little different, though.
Yeah, so you think, like, we should interfere?
Maybe, I don't know.
Well, do you think Goku can now still beat Merus?
Possibly.
I mean, Moro?
I think possibly.
But it's definitely a way more powerful Moro now. Got Merus power and Ultra Instinct.
Goku, he should have just finished the job. Moro lands a blow on Goku, stealing the bag of sensu beans and destroys them as the two prepare to continue their battle. The combatants charge toward one another, and Whis teleports Jocko and Krillin inside his barrier for their safety as the powerful clash creates a massive explosion. Concerned about potential Earth damage, Goku requests Moro to follow him, and they continue their skirmish in the sky. Moro is amazed at what his newly enhanced body can do, and they race across the planet, with Moro separating in two with his magic, cutting Goku off and landing a kick on him, sending him crashing into a mountain. Moro reminds Goku of his magical abilities, but Goku remains undaunted, encouraging Moro to try harder. Goku launches a kick that Moro blocks, and his arm swells up significantly as he attempts to attack Goku, who skillfully dodges it and counters with a powerful kick to Moro's back, causing Moro's upper body to inflate as well. Jocko questions what's going on, and Whis explains to Jocko that Moro's body is struggling to contain the angelic power coursing within it.
Much power,
right, kind of like he did to 3 or whatever.
And tells
he's
Moro
like huge.
He's making the same mistake as Saganbo. Goku says that he's only able to withstand Ultra Instinct because he's trained his body to do so when Moro's body is hitting its limit. He urges Moro to relinquish Merus' power before it consumes him, but irritated, Moro attempts to attack Goku again. As Moro's body deteriorates after a blow to the back of the head, he expresses his desire for a stronger body to withstand this power. Krillin and Jocko cheer Goku on, believing the Earth is saved, but Whis notices something strange. Whis advises Goku to finish Moro off, as prolonging the battle would be unwise.
Everybody tell him,
Goku
finish him,
right, they've been saying that for a while.
But Moro surprises him by merging with the planet itself. Moro lets out a powerful ki blast from his mouth, engulfing Goku in its stream, although he remains unharmed. As Moro boasts about becoming one with the Earth, Whis informs everyone that Moro's fate is now intertwined with the planets, and killing Moro
so then you can't kill Moro now.
Destruction. Additionally, Moro's body has transformed into a colossal bomb capable of obliterating the entire galaxy. Moro arrogantly laughs, declaring that this is the end for Goku, to which the Saiyan stands in awe. Meanwhile, Gohan and the other Dragon Team members notice a disturbance on the battlefield where Goku and Moro are clashing. They see the battlefield moving further away from them, and Vegeta realizes that Moro is absorbing their energy. He urgently instructs everyone to get off the ground and states that Goku's likely screwed up again. In different parts of the world, the Earth's inhabitants feel the effects of Moro's energy absorption as they notice they're feeling extremely weak. On the battlefield, Moro revels in taking the Earth's energy, and as Goku orders him to stop, Moro summons multiple fists from the Earth's surface to assail Goku from all directions. Whis observes that Moro's energy continues to surge, reaching dangerous levels that could lead to the planet's destruction, and Beerus, watching as well, surprisingly decides to intervene. However, Beerus is suddenly summoned by the Grand Priest, the cause likely being the disappearance of the angel Merus.
So Beerus was finna step in. He's all right, man.
I know he was gonna do the same thing his brother did.
Because Beerus and the Supreme Kai can interfere if they want to. It just like Whis can't do it. But
I see what you're saying.
He's gonna step in and say, "Look, man, let me do what Goku can't do." Now the thing is, Beerus is hella strong. Is Beerus strong enough to destroy Moro?
I don't know. Either way, though, the problem still is that you're technically going to destroy Earth.
Yeah, he's still gonna destroy Earth.
But they had
probably
the Dragon
Beerus
Balls.
don't probably care though.
No.
No, him. But he do like
yeah.
Earth's food. So, but yeah, this would have been fun to see Beerus actually step in and fight. But the Grand Priest was like, "Nah, come here. What happened to Merus? we need to talk." So that's somebody Beerus cannot, you know what I'm saying?
Cannot
like
not go to.
Yeah, he can't.
To both Beerus and Whis to prioritize the meeting with the Grand Priest and abandoning the Earth, surprising Krillin and Jocko. Before departing, Whis advises Goku to defeat Moro by targeting the crystal on his forehead, which will force Moro to release Merus' power and spare her.
He tried to punch Whis. Whis just blocked it with one hand. That's how powerful he is.
Whis manages to block it with a mere finger.
That's crazy.
Instructing Goku to have faith in his own power, Whis joins Beerus in departing for the Angel Realm, but not before Beerus tells Goku to save some food for him, and the two take off. Moro's power continues to swell, causing the crystal to sink deeper into his body. Suddenly, Vegeta arrives in his Super Saiyan Blue evolved state, using his Force Spirit Fission technique to strike the ground to make Moro deflate. Vegeta urges Goku to destroy the crystal quickly, explaining that he can only extract Moro's spirit energy for a limited time before becoming exhausted. Determined to end things, Goku charges in, dodging Moro's hands and flying through them, but he falls short of reaching Moro's forehead and becomes entangled by Moro. Goku questions his inability to do what Merus did, wondering if he truly possesses enough divine power. Jocko then gets an idea and uses his rocket boots to fly away, telling Krillin he needs to run an errand. Goku's power is rapidly drained, causing him to revert to his base form as the other members of the Dragon Team arrive alongside Vegeta. Piccolo suggests that Vegeta, who can use Force Spirit Fission, gather their energy and transfer it to Goku in reverse, to which Vegeta acknowledges is possible and prepares to do so. Piccolo telepathically tells Dende to gather energy from everyone at the lookout as well, and on a distant island, Goten and Trunks hear Piccolo's voice, offering their energy as well.
They've done that before in the past.
Contributions from everyone, including Vegeta. Vegeta collects the energy and passes it to Goku, revitalizing him enough to achieve Super Saiyan Blue. However, it's still not sufficient enough to reach the crystal, surprising everyone who's now out of energy to give. Suddenly, Jocko arrives at the lookout and urgently inquires about Boo's whereabouts.
I told you.
Goku reverts to his base form once more, and hope begins to wane. Yamcha suggests leaving Earth and using the Super Dragon Balls to return everything to normal, but Krillin states this wouldn't work, as when Moro explodes, the entire galaxy will go along with him. Moro's power then overwhelms him, causing him to go insane. The Dragon Team prepares for a final attempt to save Goku, but they suddenly spot an immense ball of godly energy approaching, originating from a young boy named the reincarnation of Kid Buu, aided by the Grand Supreme Kai.
So I think I never showed you the end of Dragon Ball Z when Goku fought Oob in the tournament after they destroyed Majin Buu. So Goku had asked King Yama, I hope that Majin Buu can come back as a better person someday. So he reincarnated him. I gotcha. And that's who he is. This is pretty much Kid Buu reincarnated, and he still has his strong godlike powers. He don't realize it.
No, not as
he don't realize he was an evil person in the past. You know, his past life. But so he's helping deliver energy. So that's pretty cool.
Dende reveals that when the Grand Supreme Kai's power split, his divine power went to Kid Buu. However, upon Kid Buu's defeat many years ago, his reincarnation, Oob, received that same power. Vegeta transfers this energy to Goku again, allowing him to reawaken his perfected Ultra Instinct. Goku manifests an ethereal giant energy avatar of himself that overpowers Moro. His physical body then leaps out of the avatar and delivers a mighty punch to Moro's crystal.
That probably was just enough to like
and is consumed
him not to
by
expect
a massive explosion, to the surprise of the Dragon Team, who are caught in the explosion as well.
So
as
the explosion still happened.
Krillin wonders what happened, to which Piccolo signals to Goku, and Goku turns to his friends, giving a joyful thumbs up to celebrate their apparent victory. After confirming Moro's demise, Goku's friends quickly rush to him in joy. The news of Goku's victory spreads rapidly throughout the Lookout and planet Yardrat, much to everyone's joy. Vegeta lands next to Goku and inquires about the source of his final power surge. Goku is uncertain, but believes that there must be another remarkable individual on Earth. In Oob's village, the Grand Supreme Kai expresses his gratitude to Oob for his pivotal role, hailing him as the universe's savior.
His energy.
Oob, curious about the stranger's identity, is told that they share a kinship before bidding a farewell, surprising Oob, who thinks that may have all been a dream. The Grand Supreme Kai teleports to the Lookout and reverts to Boo, much to Hercule's delight. In celebration of their victory, Hercule hosts a grand feast in his garden, attended by all of Goku's friends and family. Following the festivities, Goku accompanies Eska back to his home world on New Namek. There, the Namekian Dragon Balls are used to summon Porunga, who restores the planets destroyed by Moro and revives those killed by him and his henchmen, including the Grand Elder Mori and the inhabitants of planet Zoom. The universe is swiftly restored to its pre-Moro state, with the exception of Merus, who was erased from existence for violating the Angel's code. A few days later, Goku, Vegeta, and Boo are honored at the Galactic Patrol headquarters. In a ceremony, the Galactic Patrolman announces the honorees. There's an unexpected fifth member, Merus, who emerges from the crowd, shocking Goku and Vegeta, who believed he had no longer existed. Merus explains that while he's still alive, he's no longer an angel. A few days earlier, at Grand Zeno's palace, Beerus and Whis kneel before the Grand Priest, who isn't happy about the situation with Merus. Beerus attempts to pin the blame on Whis, and Whis apologizes, feeling responsible for Merus' code violation. The Grand Priest reveals that he personally erased Merus temporarily before bringing him back as a mortal, stripping him of his angelic powers and immortality. This act of mercy by the Grand Priest was made possible due to the Supreme Kai, who offered his own life in exchange for Merus's. Beerus scolds the Supreme Kai, stating that their lives are one and the same, so if he dies, Beerus dies too. However, in the midst of this, the Grand Priest explains that he'll have to impose a penalty on the three, as they're assigned a task of playing with the Zenos as their attendants are given time off. Back in the present, at the Galactic Patrol headquarters, Goku and company continue to enjoy themselves, concluding the celebrations with a commemorative photo. And with that, Goku and Vegeta's time as Galactic Patrol members comes to an end, and the universe enjoys peace once more.
Interesting.
Yeah, so Merus came back because Supreme Kai and
they kind of fought for him.
Yeah.
But the Grand Priest said he only like had him go disintegrate temporarily.
Yeah, temporary. And they
so
back.
he basically, I think he already planned to not actually disintegrate.
Yeah,
him. Maybe because he understood what he was fighting for.
So it's okay. I'll bring you back, but you're not going to be an angel no more. You're not going to have immortality. You can actually die. But yeah, this is definitely a great art. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it.
Good storyline for sure.
I would love to see them animated because
maybe they will.
Well, we've been waiting for years. We've been waiting for years, so hopefully they will finally do it. Maybe the next few years, because this arc was definitely dope. I can see this arc being maybe about 40, 50 episodes or something like that.
Probably pretty long.
Maybe
because the way they draw out all the battles, you know what I mean? It would probably be pretty long.
Yeah, this would definitely be a 40, 50 episode arc. So guys, how do you think Beerus would have did if you would have intervened? Do you think Beerus would have been able to take out Moro?
Probably.
Or do you think he would have had a struggle?